I am Daniel Weinberger, and I am the director and the CEO of the Lieber Institute for Brain Development and the Maltz Research Laboratories. I'm also a professor of psychiatry, neurology, neuroscience, and genetic medicine here at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine.
My name is Priscilla Agnew Hines. My son was Larry E. Agnew, which is Larry Eugene Agnew.
Priscilla is one of the precious partners of this institute that has donated the brain of her beloved son for biomedical research, with the hope that that brain will be part of what leads to discoveries that will benefit somebody else's son that doesn't have the tragic outcome of hers.
He was an amazing person, okay? He played football. He was a drum player for a Christian group, his father's group, the Brook Singers. And his personality was absolutely amazing for the community, for his family and his friends. You know, his voice and the love that he shared was who he is and still will be today through his spiritual connection.
So the only way you can study brain disorders is to have brain donations from individuals who are deceased. Because we are interested in developmental behavior disorders, and mainly psychiatric illnesses, we need people who die at relatively young ages. And you don't die of depression unless you die by suicide, or you don't die by schizophrenia unless you die by suicide.
To have a conversation about mental illness is a no-go sometimes, you know? And so many things are swept under the rug. So many things are pushed away, or no, we're not going to talk about that right now, or we'll come back to it later, and the comeback is never there. So then how do you go to someone to ask for help? Or do you know when you need help is the question.
You know, psychiatric illness, whether it be schizophrenia, depression, bipolar disorder, autism, substance abuse, suicide, these have all been stigmatized human behavior problems. There's a great deal of stigma about them. Families are embarrassed. The best approach to reducing stigma is community engagement, consciousness raising, and biomedical research. Those are the best ways to reduce stigma. And she is a player in all of those domains.
Let's get rid of the stigma of you don't need to see a counselor. Sure you do. If it's just to allow you the opportunity to have a voice, you know? And so I'm really excited today. I feel honored. I feel that God has just opened up the heavens for me, you know, through this institution, you know? And so finally, we're coming to a place where it's okay to speak about your illness. It's okay to go to a counselor. It's okay to talk to your pastor. To have this opportunity, it speaks volumes. And I would like for so many families to reach out and touch their family members. Talk to them, you know, have communication. Any loved one should be sitting right here, working with you to find answers.
I think her enthusiastic embracing of raising the consciousness of her community is part of why research is so important. We depend on the families to have an interest in something positive coming from something really tragic.
In a million years, you wouldn't think to be sitting in a facility that can bring answers to our community.
And the message is, we're trying to understand the brain problem that led to this death. We're trying to understand it by the current leading edge approaches in biomedical research. This is a great tragedy, but maybe something positive and something good can come down the road as a result of being able to study this brain donated for biomedical research. So that's That's why we focus on brains. You can't study brain illness without having these precious tissues.
And so the more research that is available, the more answers we can find. And so Healthy 2 Connection is partnered with Mr. and Dr. Weinberger, the Lieber Institute of Brain Development. Has been totally amazing. And I thank you for allowing me this wonderful opportunity to be in a space today where my son can make history, actually.